Hey everybody, good afternoon and welcome to Tyngsborough TV Live. I am Town Media Director Steve Brogan, and this is the Monday News, Tyngsborough's Monday News this week in Tyngsborough. So I've got a few pieces of information I want to get out to you guys. Before I get started, I just want to remind everybody, if you want to watch this broadcast on the multiple different places that we put it out on: Facebook, YouTube, tyngsboroughma.gov, and on Comcast 8 and Verizon 29 here in the town of Tyngsborough. Feel free to catch us there. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, feel free to chime in and ask questions if you'd like to do that as well. And before I get to all the other news, obviously the big stuff going on this week, if you didn't know already, tomorrow night is town meeting, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Tyngsborough Elementary School. So if you are concerned about what's going on here in town, have questions regarding the golf course, or have an opinion one way or the other, and you want to make sure you vote on that thing, you have to be at Tyngsborough Elementary School at 7 o'clock tomorrow night for the town meeting. I'm not exactly sure what time they'll get to that particular warrant article when it actually happens, but I think it's towards the end. I want to say 24 and 25, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, you'll have to be there to make a vote, so you have to physically be in the building. So tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Tyngsborough Elementary School is town meeting here in the town of Tyngsborough. And the ballot measure did pass at this past election last Tuesday, so it obviously is coming up. And tomorrow is where they're going to be discussing the costs of the project and sort of expectations and all that fun stuff. So there's quite a bit of stuff to be said, I'm sure. Quite a bit of information to be disseminated. There's already been a lot of information given out to folks. If you have questions, you can go to our website, tyngsboroughma.gov, and you can get hopefully all of your questions answered. Matt Hansen, our town administrator, did a pre-town meeting and explained and answered a number of questions at that, so there was a lot of information there. You can read through the warrant articles yourself, but just go to the website, tyngsboroughma.gov, the banner right at the top there as it says Town Meeting and Tyngsborough Country Club information. That's where you can get all of that information. At least that's been published by the selectmen and administration so far, so that'll at least get you started. You can watch the pre-town meeting that's available at tyngsboroughma.gov. On our video on demand and streaming service, you can watch that, so at least, again, you can get all the information you can. And hopefully you can go into the town meeting with a very informed decision. There's been a number, if you're on the Facebook groups in town, there's been a couple of selectmen answering questions. Selectman Robson even went on and posted some stuff to try to just sort of dispel some of the rumors and more or less set the record straight, so that way you could get a good, honest answer, good, clean answer from literally directly from the administration, so you'd know what their thought processes are and the goals of this whole thing. So there's lots of info out there. Just make sure what you get is correct and accurate information, and then come to town meeting and vote your conscience. I mean, you guys ultimately make the decision. So I say this a lot, but you know, where your government, where the rubber meets the road is at your local government. So this is where all the big changes happen, where all the things that affect your day-to-day life, where all this stuff happens, is at town meeting and at the voting booth in the local town elections. So definitely make sure you show up and do your civic duty. So again, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Tyngsborough Elementary School. Now, with all that said, I'm going to move on to some of the other stuff that's going on. There's been a ton of things happening. This past weekend alone, there was a number of things that were happening. At the high school, there was a number of performances. They did the 6th Annual Musical Review. They also did the Tyngsborough's Got Talent. And the middle school did a play, which was really good. The name of it is escaping me. I apologize. But they did a play. Actually, I might have the play name here. I do not. Yeah, I don't have it, unfortunately. But anyways, there was a lot of really cool stuff. So we had a lot of that filmed, which is cool. 2 of the events are actually up on VOD, or should be on VOD very, very soon. So you can go check them out at tyngsboroughma.gov on our video on demand and streaming service. One of them is Tyngsborough's Got Talent, and the other is the musical review that are currently actually uploading as I speak. So given another 2 hours from this broadcast, so probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock, those things should be ready today if you wanted to go check those out and watch. The kids did a number of performances. The theater group was at, I think it was Merrimack College the other night for the Tammy Awards, and they got 7 Tammy Awards, which was awesome. I think they were nominated for like 13 or 14, something like that. And they took home 7 Tammy Awards, which is fantastic. The biggest one being Best Overall Production, which is huge for them. That's a really, really big deal for the Tyngsborough High School Theater Group and middle schoolers. They were involved as well. amazing. They did a fantastic job with Les Mis, and that's why they were nominated for all these awards and took home so many of them, because they did such a good job. I kept telling you it was a great show. So for anybody who didn't believe me, it really was a good show. They did a fantastic job, and clearly they were recognized for it, and there's a reason why they were recognized. So congratulations to Sarah Martin and all the kids over at Tyngsborough High School and Tyngsborough Middle School in the theater department. Very, very nice job. Also, tonight and tomorrow night is the Tyngsborough High School is in the Knowledge Bowl. They're the defending champions. So they're going. That's actually going to be live tonight and tomorrow night over at the high school on the Education Channel, Verizon 28. You can catch it on our streaming service. Unfortunately, the second night of it is on Tuesday, which is the same night as the as our town meeting. So it might be kind of tough for you to watch it, but maybe you could watch it streaming while you're sitting in town meeting waiting for the articles to come up that you're waiting for. So, anyways, that's happening as well. So lots of really cool stuff. We worked really hard at getting those things filmed and broadcast. The other ones I mentioned, the annual theater review, musical review, excuse me, and the Tyngsborough's Got Talent were both broadcast live as well. So we've been working really hard to get some of these programs up and available so that people can watch them, whether it be live or after the fact. So lots of cool stuff happening there. All right, I'm going to move on to the usual news stuff. So as I've been mentioning, yard waste has been happening from the Board of Health. The 24th is your last day for yard waste pickup. So if you haven't done it already, get your stuff ready, get that out to go, ready to go. Household Hazardous Waste Day is on June 1st. So the 24th for the yard waste, June 1st for Household Hazardous Waste Day. The usual rules apply. Check tyngsboroughma.gov on the Board of Health page, and you can get all the information. And recyclesmartma.org is where you can get any information on recycling. There's still a good bit of question there on some of the items, but for the most part, that'll give you a pretty good guide. Memorial Day, the parade is coming up very soon. That's on the 27th of this month. It's coming up really fast, actually. I can't believe how fast this year's gone by. It's already a week away. So that's coming up in a week. 11 a.m. it starts at Old Town Hall, and we'll go from Old Town Hall down Middlesex Road a little ways to the first monument, come back up, and then go across the bridge and down to the American Legion. The usual route, same route as usual. So that'll be a good day, though. Come out. They're doing the bike and wagon contest, the decorating contest for that. So if you have young ones and you want to let them march in the parade, just bring a bicycle, decorate it up with some cool ribbons or a wagon or whatever, what have you, and you can march in the parade with everybody else and show off your decorations. And it is a contest, so I don't know what the prize is, but they'll give out some prizes at the end, so that should be pretty fun. And then in lieu of Memorial Day, the town beach is going to be opening up. If you don't have one of these, hopefully you can see that. If you don't have one of these already, you should get one of these. You can get them for free at the town administrator's office. This will allow you to park at Lake Muscoppic on the in that parking area that's there, and will protect you from getting towed. You don't want to get towed over there. So if you haven't got one, if you're a town resident, they're only allowed 2 town residents. You have to be a town resident. They even say resident on them. You won't get towed if you have one. Come to the administrator's office. Again, they're free of charge for you to get, and you can keep it and you can leave it in your car, and then anytime you want, you can go use the beach, and that's what allows you that access. But they are free, so come get one, and you don't want to get towed. That's a bad day. It's a really bad day. Let's see. I mentioned the recreation. I mentioned parade and the bike and wagon contest already. Let's see. Let's move on. I want to make this a quick one for you guys, and I got to go set up for town meeting soon too. So we've got a lot going on. The library had their book sale this past weekend. From what I know, they did really well. However, if you're not already, join the Friends of the Tyngsborough Public Library. That's always helpful. All of the proceeds from the Friends events that they run, the book sales and other things that they do, all that goes to help your Tyngsborough Public Library. If you have any questions, watch the video I did with Library Director Sue Arthur a couple of weeks back. On the Friday wrap-up. Really good interview. Talks about all of the different things that are available at the library and how they come by them, how they can afford to buy some of these things, you know, the park passes and museum passes and all kinds of different stuff. So definitely check them out there. Lots of good info. I don't recall if I mentioned this. The Conservation Department was supposed to do a stormwater management plan public info session, and they were going to do it on June 4th, but they ended up rescheduling. They're actually going to have it at a couple of regular meetings instead of doing some standalone things, just to make it easier for residents to come out to. So check that out. And that actually does it for all of this, the normal news, this stuff. I got 2 other things I want to mention, and then I'll get to the website and calendar real quick. So this is a cool one. That it's the 2019 Donald Singleton Memorial Golf Tournament done by the Tyngsborough Firefighters Association. The proceeds go towards the scholarships that they put out. They do 4 a year, and then also the rest of the money goes to the Tyngsborough Fire Department to help with purchasing equipment and a number of other things. So you can register by July 12th. If you want to contact them, tyffagolf@gmail.com, or you can go to tyngsboroughfire.com and you can get some more information there, or you can call them 978-649-7671 and you can get information about the golf tournament. I'm going to have a team with Chief Howe and a couple other people, so it should be pretty fun. You can watch us hack up the golf course. It should be pretty brutal, actually, because I haven't played in a while. It's at Green Meadow, so it'll be a lot of fun. So if you're interested in putting a team together, a foursome, that's a cool event, and obviously the money goes to a very good cause here in town, namely our fire department and the scholarships that those guys put out as well, too. So really cool stuff. Also wanted to mention that the Greater Lowell Rough Diamonds, if you have not heard of them, they are a local soccer team. It's an adult soccer team. I guess you could call it like single A kind of thing, in relating it to baseball, to put it in perspective. It's kind of like along those lines. They have a couple of games coming up here in the town of Tyngsborough, so they have home games kind of all over the place. But they do have a couple coming up here they're at Tyngsborough High School. One is on June 21st, and the other one is on June 30th. They're pretty good, too. They're a decent team, and it's fun to watch. You get to go out. The tickets are very inexpensive. I want to say they're like $7 to $10 a piece, something like that. They're not very expensive, and you can support a local team. Pretty cool. If you're a soccer fan, I know there's a lot of soccer fans out there. If you enjoy soccer, then you can go check these guys out and be able to watch them play. So good evening rather, and you can have some fun. Games are at 7. Games are at, the first one's at 8 o'clock on the 21st, and on the 30th is at 4 p.m. So not too bad on the times there. You can go enjoy, have some fun, take the kids out, and let them run around the soccer field after when the big guys are all done playing. So, all right, I'm going to bring you over to the website real quick just so we can get through this. And here we go. So as I mentioned, you can get information about the town meeting and Tyngsborough Country Club purchase, the acquisition of that whole project. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, there we go. So you can get all that right here on the big banner. Just go and click on this banner, and I'll show you my new handy dandy tool here, so I can highlight stuff. There you go. So you can get some information on that if you have questions. As far as tonight, there were supposed to be some meetings. There was supposed to be a selectmen's meeting. However, that generally is canceled in lieu of the town meeting tomorrow night. So there will be no Board of Selectmen meeting tonight on the Monday night. So you don't have to worry about that one if you are a avid watcher of the selectmen meetings. And then tomorrow night there will be these meetings, mind you. 2 of them will be at the town meeting just before. So finance committee at 6:30 and selectmen at 6:30 as well are generally right before the actual town meeting. And these are more or less procedural stuff, housekeeping things that they go over. So there's that. Then you've got nothing on Wednesday as usual. Then on Thursday is they're doing the first Parish Meeting House weekly kind of catch-up meeting, which is running quite well, actually. The project's moving along. I've had some people in the community asking me about it. They're doing well. They're keeping as much as they can on track, and slated to be done sometime late October, early November, something like that. Hopefully, fingers crossed. There's no other issues. And then you've got a sewer commission meeting at 6 o'clock, and at 6:30 is a THS Tyngsborough High School meeting. The sewer commission, by the way, I've got some information that'll be coming out soon, hopefully from the sewer department. So if you have any questions about that stuff, we'll hopefully be able to answer some of those questions soon. I'll have the administrator, Kathy Kayer, come on. She'll talk about what's going on. And they've been doing a number of work, a bit of work anyways, lately with checking inflow and outflow and stuff like that with the sewer lines. But they're getting ready to, hopefully very soon, I believe in June, actually, if I'm not mistaken, to start the project running up Middlesex Road to the New Hampshire border. So that'll be exciting. Always exciting thing. And then Friday, as noted on the calendar, is curbside yard waste pickup, as I mentioned there, on the 24th. So very cool. All right. And let's see, moving over to the Tyngsborough Public Library. As I mentioned, they had the book sale this past weekend. I don't know how I'm sure it sounded from what I've heard from people. They had really good attendance, so that's always encouraging. Today at 2:30, meditation. If you're interested in meditation, by the way, this is going to be running for the duration through the summer. It's a meditation group. Anybody's welcome. And they sit here and meditate for a little while. So pretty cool. On Mondays they do it. They have the writers group tonight. Then tomorrow, Tech Advice with Joe Delgadio. That's by appointment. Then on Wednesday night, they have the Tyngsborough Public School art opening reception. Okay, so TPS is going to be doing art, hanging artwork in the library, which is cool. It means I have to take my artwork down, the photo contest art, by the way. So if you have not seen your photo from the photo contest hanging in the library, come see it now because it'll be gone in a couple days. And then Tech Advice again. And the library's closed on Fridays. Yeah, this is actually kind of a quiet week for them, so not too bad. All right, last but not least, if you are an allergy sufferer, I thankfully am not. So glad I'm not an allergy sufferer. If you are an allergy sufferer, though, it is literally snowing outside right now. I'm like looking out the window, and Kaylee, who works with me, is in absolute disgust because it looks like a snowstorm. And if you're an allergy sufferer, you probably know this already, but it's brutal out there with allergies. Yeah, just get a lot of Claritin or whatever it is you use, but man, you're going to be hurting for a little bit. Sorry. It is a nice day, and we're supposed to get some thunderstorms rolling through, so maybe the rain will help to knock down some of that pollen. That would be good, I guess. All right, so looking at the weather, today, scattered thunder showers. Those are supposed to be coming through between 4 and 5 o'clock. And then tomorrow, wow, actually looks really nice tomorrow. High of 66. Oh, here, why don't I use my little handy-dandy tool? There we go. Because I can even see it. High of 66 and sunny, then sunny and breezy. Yeah, it looks like a good week, though. Wednesday, 67. Thursday, 70. And Friday, it looks like it's going to rain maybe a little. Oh, Thursday night into Friday. That's okay. Chance of showers, so that's not bad. With a high of 64. Hey, you know what? The warmer weather is here, it looks like. It's maybe going to stick around for a bit, so that's awesome. I'm happy about that. I will take any bit that I can get when it comes to warm weather. I'm done with this this whole cold season. Ugh, it's been brutal. Finally got to turn my heat off 2 days ago. How about you guys? We've had it on otherwise pretty much every day, just because it's been so chilly and raw outside. But looks like maybe the warmer weather is here. The sun is shining for the moment. There is that glowing orb in the sky. I didn't quite recognize it at first, but now I think I know what it is. But get outside if you can. Go enjoy a little bit of it before these thunder showers roll through. I think you get a couple more hours anyways, according to the National Weather Service broadcast here. So, yeah, that's all I got for you folks. Again, don't forget, tomorrow night is Tyngsborough Town Meeting. Tyngsborough Elementary School, it's a mouthful. Tyngsborough Elementary School at 7 p.m. Is where that will be happening. Come down and vote. You have to be in the building to actually make a vote. Otherwise, you can't vote. And then also Monday and Tuesday night are the Tyngsborough High School Knowledge Bowl, which is happening over at THS in the theater if you want to go check it out. Starts at 6 o'clock tonight, and I believe 6 tomorrow night, too. However, we hope you'd be at town meeting to cast a vote for that. Those will be broadcast, though. All these things will be broadcast. The Knowledge Bowl will be on, Verizon 28 in Tyngsborough, and also streaming. And the town meeting will be broadcast on Comcast 8 and Verizon 29 here in the town of Tyngsborough, so you can check those out. And those will also obviously be streaming as well, so you can check all that stuff out locally. If you're unable to make the meeting, hopefully at least you can follow along with what's going on. But again, cannot vote if you're not in the building, so you got to be in the building to do that. Just come down if you're a registered voter, then you can get your little card, voting card, and sit down at the meeting and vote as things come up. So definitely do that. 7 o'clock tomorrow night. That does it for me for this broadcast. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to send me an email, sbrogan@tyngsboroughma.gov. Also, please like, comment, share, and subscribe on the Facebook and YouTube. It really helps get around a lot of the Facebook algorithms and keeps this stuff in people's feeds. It also helps your neighbors and friends to see this stuff who might find some of this information useful. Hopefully it's useful. I do this every week, so hopefully I'm getting you guys some good stuff. If you have questions, again, sbrogan@tyngsboroughma.gov. Don't be afraid to send me a question, and I'll do the best I can to get that answered. Other than that, guys, have a good one. Get outside, enjoy the sun before the rain comes back again, and be careful of these thunder showers. I don't know what kind of strengths they were saying. Some pretty heavy thunder showers, downpours, and whatnot. So it's not supposed to last too long, but to what severity, who knows, the way weather's been lately. So just be mindful that that's coming. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you next time. And actually, I'll see you tomorrow night at town meeting, and then Friday with the wrap-up. Bye, everybody.